Alex, how are we doing?
Good, Frank. How are you?
Good. So, do you want to just tell us a little bit about your experience with Zenith? Like, when did you start? Why did you start? How you going? All that sort of good stuff.
I think the first conversation I had with you was in late December, and was at a point where I was kind of fed up with working long hours and late hours in hospitality. I've
Yeah.
done it for quite a while, but I mean, for myself, just wanted a bit of change. I was hesitant joining back into the sales space.
You'd done
Um,
sales before, hadn't you?
yeah, exactly. Done it for about 5 months, just B2B sales, and it left a sour taste in my mouth. And I know we spoke about that, and just having you there to kind of talk to about it, because at first I wasn't even kind of jumped on with the idea that I was just getting information and having a look at what you do and just sussing you out really to see if it was or what it was built up to be.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I guess that's yeah, Zenith for me after that first conversation, it changed my how I saw sales, and you definitely helped massively with kind of reframing that and realizing it's not all the same. And yeah, it could really work for me.
Love it, man. So you started. We spoke like late December, didn't we? And then I think did you start in January? Is that right? Or was it
I
like
s- well,
April?
you I yeah, I was on the content late December, but yeah, full like
Actually getting
inducted
involved.
January,
And
and yeah, it's been.
now we're like February 19th.
Yeah, and I looked back the other day. I had a notification in my calendar for next week to have a role landed, and I mean, we both know I landed a role on the around the first of Feb.
First of Feb.
And I've completely forgot I put that in my calendar because I was thinking, oh, this is like, are you like, oh yeah, we'll get you into a role like as soon as we can, and you gave obviously that I think it was the 12-week target.
Hmm.
And I did not expect to actually be in by that target. And then I've completely forgot to put it in my calendar. And I was like, oh shit, I've actually done something here, which is cool.
Yeah, man. So what about it took you about a month to actually land, like to go through
Yeah,
training, land a role, and start in that position, right?
exactly.
So
Correct.
what happened? Why did you progress so quick? Obviously, I've got the 90-day, like you said, 12-week guarantee associated to the program. But why do you think you managed to do it in a third of the time?
Um, Look, I mean, I think I was eager and I was just turning up. And as soon as I realized, like I said, like with yourself, for me, it was a confidence thing. I think I really shot my confidence to sales role previously. And I think I definitely had, and that lack of confidence made me think I couldn't sell.
Yeah,
But then I realized wasn't that. It was once I got the confidence back, I was like, oh shit, I can actually do this.
yeah,
So I think why it was so quick was I had the kind of structure, and I just turned up to the calls, taking notes, and I realized that it was like you've said it, and I've obviously keep up with your socials regularly. It actually isn't like that crazy hard. Like it is just turning up, doing the reps, and just basically just getting involved as quickly as you can.
yeah.
Do the uncomfortable not demo mock, what do we call them?
Role plays.
Role plays. Because they fucking suck. Sorry, they suck. Excuse my French. They suck. Um, but it's doing that and getting uncomfortable is what prepares you for the days when you are on average calls and they're not going so well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for me it was just reps and just getting amongst it. That was why I progressed so quickly, and yeah, that's about it really.
And obviously, in that month, you were. I mean, you don't have the best. You don't have the best schedule at the best of times. You like you work in hospitality, which is late nights,
Yeah.
going into early mornings. Did you find that difficult to juggle both your like continue earning what you were in your job, but then also adding in effectively a second job before you're getting paid for it, right? Because you're doing the training, you're showing up, you're doing the stuff, you're doing the reps, you're practicing.
Yeah.
Did you find that difficult to juggle?
Um, yeah, but I think it was a more of a sacrifice sort of thing. So like I have two hospitality jobs. And I was punching the hours because I'm over here and I'm trying to travel as much as I can. And it got to a point where it's either keep going like this and I just burn out slowly and slowly and slowly and have no energy for anything, or I pull back a bit from the hospo and make that little bit of sacrifice of putting a bit more time into this. And it is shit scary. But and even now, like I'm managing because it still obviously takes you a bit to get into the swing of things. But I think it's realizing that it does take an element of time and sacrifice to be able to grow in the role. And yeah, you do have to give it a bit of time, but it's well worth it in the bigger picture.
Yeah, 100%, man. So you're right now 2 weeks into your role ish. Well,
Yep.
coming up to 3 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
two and a bit weeks.
So how's it going so far?
Mate, I'm stoked with it. Like the role, it's in the fitness space. I've been in that space before, so it's a nice kind of entry point for me to something I'm familiar with, and it's a something I know how to sell essentially because I was, like I said, a PT, and yeah, I'm loving it and I'm doing well as well. Like I've got out
Checking the
of
whiteboard.
yeah the whiteboard 12 out of 12 calls I've got five signed. And yeah, I mean that's something like a 40 something percent close rate, and it's something that I'm very proud of. But it also at the same time, I still have stinker calls. Like we reviewed one the other day, and that's why it's kind of important. Even once you get a role, you're just staying with the program and just constantly learning and training because there's days where you are average and you got to figure out why and you got to put in things in place so that doesn't happen. But yeah, in the role so far, loving it and doing well. But also, you just need to stick with it because it doesn't happen instantly. You got to build and grow.
And for someone who's never done sales or has no idea what percentage, like 40% is a great close rate, but for someone who doesn't understand that, like what does that look in monetary value for you? Like how does that look? How does that come down
Um,
from 40% down to your bank account? What does that look like?
so for the lifetime of so say someone signs up for a 24 week program for our example. From that 24 week program, it's what, forgot to put it in pounds.
Do it in dollars, then we'll
Around
just half it.
Oh, I mean,
Sounds
yeah,
fair.
th th 3,600 Aussie dollars. So 3,600 Aussie dollars. I think McCombs on that's about 550. The takeaway Brit pounds is 26, 260 quid per close. So
Wow,
five closes, 260 quid per close. I mean, you're quick with math than I am.
just over a grand, I think.
Yeah.
So you've done well more than that. So you've done, and how long would a typical call take for this particular offer that you're on?
For me at the moment, I'm still picking up pace. So initially, probably about 45 to 50 minutes. But with some like polishing and that side of things, easily 30 minutes.
So 30 to 45 minutes, you earn £260.
Yep, exactly.
It's not bad, is it?
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
And in terms of your put employer, Brendan,
Yeah.
how have you settled in with the actual business themselves? Like, do you feel like it's a good fit? And
Yeah. I mean, that was obviously I wanted to be sure at first because obviously there's plenty of offers floating around with different people. But jumped in, had a call with Brendan at the start just to really kind of get to know him, see what he's like. And yeah, it's been great. I mean, he's easygoing, and he's trying to grow his business as much as I'm trying to help him grow his. So it's like yeah, it just works out really well. Like, because I actually think what makes it the easiest is I believe in what he's selling in his product. Because that's what fitness is to me, making it fit into your life. So,
I
and
think
that's what his
I think
whole
that's a good
sting is.
point, isn't it? Like obviously you sort of alluded to there's quite a lot of job opportunities and offers that there are, but you gravitated towards the fitness ones pretty quickly, didn't you? Because like you said, it's easy to sell something that you already inherently either have a little bit of knowledge in, a bit of experience in, but also could just be interested in some capacity. Like you're into the gym yourself. You're, as I said, you used to be a PT, so naturally you're gonna have the terminology, the lingo, the advantage over someone that doesn't go to the gym and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Amazing. So in compare, you sort of beated up the previous sales role that you're in? Like,
Oh, massively.
why, what differs between this and what you were doing before?
Style of coaching, um, the knowledge, know-how, like the support and the management I had wasn't great. And the person that was running it was just the approach you guys take is like for everyone. Like it's not, it doesn't neglect one or neglect others. It's just all encompassing, gives you the tools. Whereas previously it was kind of, oh, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this wrong, change this, change this, but then not really, I don't know, giving, yeah, it was, and it was a lot of it was kind of one perspective, and that was the only person perspective that mattered because they did your core reviews, they were in charge of where you moved team wise. So it was just a bit tough in that regard. Whereas yours is, like I said, all encompassing. You've got three or four, maybe five different people that you've had come on. Some of them regulars, some of them are just pop in and out, but it's so many different perspectives and it just keeps it fresh. So if someone doesn't necessarily love like how you go about selling, they might love how Ollie goes about selling or Gary goes about selling. And that's what I think I find great as well. It's just a fresh number of perspectives, and you can take everything, one thing or a few things from each of them.
Yeah. I think that's the important thing with sales is like it's if you're selling if it was just me teaching you, for example, you'd be selling like me. So you'd always it's not like you're trying to be me, but you'd always be using my methods, which I've created my sales method from like similar, like an amalgamation of different people's perspectives and learnings and mentors over the years that I've had. With yourself, obviously, you're an individual, right? And I think it works in tandem with the coaching, right? Like you're getting different perspectives, different opportunities to learn different things from different people, and we're all sort of having the same outcome, right? But like it's like Gary, for example, is more than
Yeah.
just about you on the court, right? It's about pouring from a full cup. And how have you found managing, obviously, the hospitality and the selling and the learning, like keeping on top of and juggling all this, spinning all these plates and doing everything at once?
It was it was a bit of a slap in the face, but also just a bit of an awakening for me. Like I think as soon as I had three balls coming to frame, I was like, oh shit, I need to get myself together here. And give myself that structure. Like I've never been I'm very much a mess around and find out kind of person. And I just didn't really have structure to what I did. So like I've got not only has it helped me in sales, but it's kind of forced me to be more organized. Like I've got obviously all my calendars synced up now, and I'm just making sure I'm putting even in daily life stuff, like it's maybe more organized in that, making sure I'm getting my 7 hours of sleep. And I've like the whiteboard, I've got life stuff on there, work stuff on there, targets, goals, and that's only come in place in the last few weeks. It's that because I realized if I am going to take this seriously and do this properly, I need to have the structure and the setup there for myself. And yeah, so I think yeah, it's definitely the effect it's had on me. It's got me to pull myself together and yeah, screw my head on and give myself some structure because you need it to be able to manage that initially. And
Mm,
yeah, it sets you up well.
amazing, man. And obviously, talking to someone that's watching this that's maybe on the fence or hesitant or like you were at the start, right? Like it was a little bit of uncertain, especially being like you're probably even further on the I'm not sure side because of your previous
Massively.
experience in sales, right? So
Man, I wasn't gonna sign up. I was not like my first time to call like I don't really want to do this. I'm not interested. And then yeah, just talking really helped.
what was the catalyst for you to go fuck it, I'm going to do it?
I think man, I sat there trying to think about that to be honest. Like, I was like what black magic did he pull on me to flip me? And I just I it was purely mate. I said it before, like it's just the confidence. I really think you just made me realize that it was kind of a one kind of grouped opinion that not even opinion, but it's just it put me down so much and just made me feel like I couldn't sell, like I said, and just having that conversation that there was. more than just that, and that there were things you could, it was so simple, but it just the conversation with you literally just gave me the confidence to go and think, yeah, I can do this, and I'm sweet at this, and that was it, man. It's literally just confidence. That was, and hands down, I'd do it again, 100% for just to have that kind of switch and the effect it's had already. Yeah, would do that time and time again, just purely based off the fact you gave me confidence back.
And what would you say to someone who's sat on the fence now?
Someone who's sat on the fence now. One, give Frank some time. Let him chat to you, see where he can help you, and be as open as possible and honest as possible. Because that's what I think. Up until that point, I wasn't too honest with myself about the role and what, and like I hadn't realized and verbalized what issues I had with sales previously. So one, give him a chance, but then also just think about what you really want to achieve. Because what Frank preaches and says and what he does, it's exactly what it is. Like it's not, there's no fluff. His stories, his Instagram is all raw, and that's exactly how it is. Like it's not, there's no secret to it. Like it is just putting in the work and selling and doing the reps. So yeah, if you're someone who's kind of sitting on the fence there, but you want this life where you can sell and make some pretty good money doing it, mate, you just got to have the confidence to go with it and stick with it and do the reps because Frank will get you there and help you along the way as well.
I'm blushing.
Yeah, don't worry, he's a bit of a dick sometimes, but he's all right most of the time.
No, you're flying, man. And like, just to sort of wrap it up, what's next for Alex? Like, obviously, you're 3 weeks into your first role. You're less than 2 months in with Zenith. Like,
Mhm.
where do you see next steps for you over the next 6 months to a year
Next
and
step.
beyond?
So next 6 months, I'd like to hit my target eventually. I'm not sure. I'm still in the process of mapping this out, how long it can realistically take. But 6 months, I want to be having 5K months. That's the number I have in mind, and 10K is the ultimate goal. I'm not sure how quickly I can make that happen. I want to stick with this role because I like this role and it works for me time zone wise.
Mm.
And once I've got a bit more of a kind of consistent flow, I want to pick up. So this current role's seven, or I'm up at 6, but 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. And I want to pick up something from 11 a.m. till about 4 p.m. So building up my hours, picking up a different offer
Mm.
for that mid shift. And mate, I think once I do that, then it's going to be having a laugh, to be fair. So yeah, that's what's next for me. And then give me the freedom to go see my family more often and travel more and go see my missus more. So yeah,
Love it, man. Look, you're smashing it. Well done. Well done so far. You got obviously one of the quickest, hardest workers I've seen. So I've got no doubt you're gonna absolutely fly here.
appreciate it, mate.
Well done, man. Appreciate
Got me blushing now.
it.